Hey Weekly Walk viewers, I hope everybody is having an awesome start to their 2019. I'm here with my colleague, Sarah Duffy, who is our Director of Talent, and you know I love to introduce you guys to other folks at OpenView, so what better time than this beautiful Boston day
I agree.
to do that. So what is your role at OpenView? I hope most of you know we have our post-investment group, the expansion team. Sarah's on that and leads talent, but the talent role is a little different at a lot of VCs, so can you let everyone know what you do?
Yeah, definitely. I found it's different at every single VC. I've tried to network as much as possible with a lot of different talent groups at different VCs. I think where we are a little bit different is that the talent team at OpenView is completely focused on running full cycle recruiting searches for our portfolio companies.
Yep.
Whereas some other talent groups at VCs are more responsible for sort of being the referral center, right? They're making opportunistic introductions wherever they can on the talent front. The reason that we're able to, I think, really be as hands-on as we are and run full cycle searches rather than sort of making introductions, which is helpful in its own right, is because, you know, by design, we're only investing in 4 to 5 portfolio companies a year. And we do that intentionally in a lot of ways so that we can be very hands-on and sort of run these more involved engagements.
Yep.
We've just found that doing the full cycle of recruiting searches is what's most helpful for our portfolio companies. And we're doing everything from entry level to executive level.
Yep.
And so I think the other question we get is like, how do you decide what roles we're going to work on?
Yeah.
We can't take on every single search. It's impossible. At the end of the day, it's like figuring out what searches are going to be most impactful. For some companies, they don't know how to build out their first SDR team, so we're helping them do that. For others, they're hiring their first VP of marketing or their first chief of services, whatever it might be. So it really ranges.
Awesome, yeah. Basically a little in-house agency at OpenView, which I bet most of you did not know. All right, so what challenges are you seeing for when our portfolios hire? Kind of what are the big challenges that they're facing that others might be able to learn from too? And no, they're not alone in the world.
You're not alone in the world, and yes, that is a loaded question. I think there are a lot, just like there is with anything, but I think one of the big challenges is sometimes hiring managers, whether you're the CEO of the company or you're a director, whatever it might be, have a hard time sort of seeing the opportunity from the candidate's perspective. So any opportunity in any startup, there are awesome parts to it, and there are also not so pretty parts to it. I think you've got to be really cognizant of the challenges that whoever comes into that role is going to be facing. And sometimes companies have a hard time being honest and open about that reality. At the end of the day, though, you have to be, because you want someone to know what they're getting into, because if they come into that role and they're blindsided by all the different things they've got to fix and build and whatnot, it's not going to work. So I think just being upfront about those things. I would say compensation too is another big thing. A lot of companies at the expansion stage have bigger appetites than their budgets will allow for, which is great because they're setting their sights high and they're ambitious. But
we love that as VCs, that they're ambitious.
Yes, it's great. It's a great trait. But when it comes to hiring, I think you've also got to be realistic about like what your money is going to buy you.
Yeah.
If you are looking for your first marketing leader, you've got nothing in place and you've got XYZ budget, you're not going to be able to probably afford the experienced exec with 30 years of experience, but you might be able to afford the director level up and comer who's actually want to get their hands dirty and build and do all the things you need them to do.
Awesome. And then what advice do you have for execs who are looking to kind of get their hands into the startup world? I know I talk to a lot of people that's something that they're interested in, but from a recruiter standpoint, what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, definitely something we see all the time, and it's something that you hear all the time. I think
we're trying to help you, I promise.
Yeah, and I think it's a noble cause. I would say that the first thing you want to do, and this might sound like a no-brainer, but figure out if that truly is what you want. I think startup life can be glamorized. There are great parts to it and not so great parts, and I think before you decide if that's really the route you want to take, figure out why and what you're hoping to get out of it, and talk to people that made that transition, because you might find it is what you want. You might decide that actually, no, it's the wrong path. I would say second thing is, if you do decide that's what you want to do, be very upfront and acknowledge and be aware of what the differences are between the challenges you're going to experience at a large company versus a startup.
Got it.
I think people that try to sort of brush that under the carpet and pretend that, hey, I can do it, it's not going to be that big of a deal, every job's the same at the end of the day. people don't want to hear that are in startups. They want to know that there's going to be a difference and there's going to be some challenges you haven't faced before. And I think just being aware of that, vocalizing it, and knowing that some of this is going to be new for you, but this is what you're going to bring to the table is probably the smartest thing you can do.
Got it. And maybe do like advisor, try to get on, do some
Consult,
advisor work.
Consult, advise. People want to know you have a bit of a startup portfolio before they give you the chance full time. So get whatever consulting work you can.
Talk to us.
Yes.
We'll make some great advisor intros for you. And then our careers page.
Our careers page, yes. Visit OpenView, look for our careers page. Everything that our portfolio is hiring for is there.
And if you see something that's interesting, we won't bug Sarah. Let me know. We'll get you connected to the right people. And most importantly, there's a referral bonus.
That
even better. So take a look and we'll see y'all soon. Thanks, Sarah. Bye guys.